Storytelling. After reading the text by philosopher Prince Israel Zaar, titled, "You're Elected to Serve, Please." Now let's listen to inspired stories using the text, Story 6. In the chambers of the Great Assembly, where the words of philosopher Prince Israel Zaar still echoed like a somber bell, there rose a voice from the pragmatist's bench. It was the Council of the Realists, tasked with defending the heavy, often jagged mantle of governance. "Wise Prince," the council began, bowing their head, "thy vision of a human-centric leadership, HCL, is a beacon, yet a captain cannot steer a ship by staring only at the stars while the hull takes on water. We must speak of the necessity of firm boundaries, NFB, and the paradox of the guardian's burden, GB, the argument for decisive order. While thou speakest against the warrior mentality, WM, a leader must recognize that a garden is not kept peaceful only by the sun, but by the fence that keeps the wolves at bay. To lead a divergence of universal constellation, DUC, one must sometimes employ firm uniform enforcement, FUE. If a leader is too soft in the name of civility, dignity, and decency, CDD, the very unpatriotic loyal fringe thou fearest may mistake kindness for a vacuum of power, rushing in to fill it with true chaos. Is it not a leader's duty to ensure that the rule of just laws, RJL, has teeth, lest it become merely a suggestion that the lawless ignore the reality of human fallibility? Thou mentionest the 3M effect, MMM, miscalculation, misunderstanding, and misjudgment. Yet, can any amount of professional training of de-escalation, PD, truly erase the biological impulse of fear in a high-tension moment? To demand a leader be a Unitarian parent who never falters is to demand a deity, not a human. Sometimes, what looks like a lack of basic human decency, BHD, is actually the stark choice of survival, SCS, where a leader must choose the safety of the many over the volatile actions of the few. The friction of diversity, thou sayest a leader must lead all of them, not a segment. But in a land of such vast diversity, the greatest ideals of one segment are often the deepest fears of another. To move the needle of progress, a leader must often prioritize a path that leaves some feeling forsaken. This is not a lack of fundamental basic humanity, FBH, but the weight of the impossible middle, WIM. To please everyone is to lead no one. To lead all is to eventually disappoint all. The conclusion of the counter. Prince, the council concluded, we do not seek to justify deadly, inhumane, excessive force, DIF, nor do we ignore the call for training on duty of care, TDC. We simply argue that the glory of a nation is not just found in its gentleness, but in its strength to endure. A leader's heart must indeed be humane, but their hand must be steady enough to hold the sword when the peace thou cravest is threatened by those who do not share thy philosophy. The assembly fell silent, weighing the prince's call for a soul against the council's demand for a spine. For more on the evolving standards of governance in 2026, one might look to the United Nations guidance on human rights and law enforcement, or the principles of ethical governance. This is philosophical, not empirical. The wisdom of Zaarrianism, philosopher Prince Israel Zaar, January 7th, 2026. Thank AI for breaking this complex philosophical text by philosopher Prince Israel Zaar through a story for better understanding and for taking the Zaarrianism philosophy to the universe. The background video is Trianglerism, Inventive, Immersive Art. Hope you enjoy listening. Leave a comment and subscribe.